everybody. My name is Mars. You can call me MG if you would like, and today is the day before my writing retreat officially starts. I am starting this vlog today because I have a very busy day tomorrow, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to hit my goals, which is a little sad for the first day of the retreat, but you know what? There are 8 days after that that should be a little bit less busy, so it'll be fine if I don't hit on the first day. I can always catch up. So if you missed my prep vlog, I have set these goals for this little at-home writing retreat that I am having. It is running from the 1st to the 9th of May. My boyfriend is going on a little trip, and so I will have a lot more free time, not tomorrow, but generally a lot more free time, and I want to dedicate myself not just to writing, but like the main focus is going to be writing. I did set some goals in that prep vlog, but I'm changing them just a little bit because I have a new story idea. This should not be a surprise. I come up with story ideas all the time and I'm constantly hopping between stories, but you know what? That's just how it is. So I am tweaking my goals a little bit. My goals are going to be mainly on okay, how do I explain this in a way that makes sense? I am working 7 of the 9 days that I'm doing this retreat. So originally I had set a goal and then said when I'm working, I'm going to do half that goal. Because I'm going to be working almost every single day, instead I'm setting a smaller goal and then saying on days that I'm not working, I want to double that goal. It amounts to the same thing. It just makes more sense to say it that way in my head. So there are 4 things that I want to do every single day, and on days that I am working, I want to do each thing for half an hour. I'm gonna double that on the 2 days that I'm off and do each thing for an hour. Or more. Hopefully more. That'd be pretty great. But my number one priority is, of course, my writing, and that is going to be on Seven Devils, which is my new project, and I'll put a little phone background that I made here. I think it turned out pretty cute. But this is mostly inspired by my recent experience going to see Florence and the Machine in concert. It was absolutely amazing. I had a wonderful time, and most of the influence for this story so far has been from Florence songs, Seven Devils being one of them, but other ones, One of the Greats, I feel like is a big influence on this. I just really love Florence. She's one of my favorite musicians of all time, and I feel like I want to write something that makes me feel and other people feel the same way that listening to Florence's songs make me feel. So that's the vibe we're going for. Some literary comp titles are Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, definitely major, probably the biggest comp title. A loud car going by, my bad. Also, The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew. I'm kind of drawing some parallels there, taking some things that I really liked and implementing them in my own way. Maybe a little bit of A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik, but not quite. Just some vibes here and there. This story, I am going back to my Dark Academia roots, but it's not super heavy on the Dark Academia aspect. Definitely not as much as in the comp titles I have shared, but it's definitely still an element of the story. I have done a lot of work on setting the mood in my head for it, and I've done some writing out of ideas, but definitely a lot to go considering I've had this idea in my head for a week? Less than a week, 5 days at this point. So, very excited to work on that. So that is my main priority. My second goal is to work on beta reading. I am beta reading a story for a member of our lovely Troublemakers writing community, the Trouble Troop. I won't say who it is just in case she doesn't want me to share that, but I'm very excited. It is a very spooky horror story that I'll be beta reading, and I cannot wait. I have been wanting to read this book pretty much since this person first started talking about her project, and the fact that she trusts me to give feedback is fantastic, and I can't wait to dive into it. My third thing that I want to do every day is reading, so I'm actually going to start this book tonight, but then continue it tomorrow. But I'm picking up The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. This is the third and final book in the Broken Earth trilogy, and I absolutely adore the first two books in the series. They're phenomenal. The first book was my first read of 2026, and I literally finished it, and I was like, did I just find my favorite read of the year in the first book that I picked up? It genuinely might be the case. It was so good, and the second one did not disappoint in the slightest. So I just picked this up from the library today, and I will be starting it tonight and continuing it. Very excited for that. And then the fourth thing that I want to do is some crafting. So I am doing a scrapbook of sorts as a gift for a friend, and that gift will be given to them at the end of May. So I want to get some good progress done on it. There are 24 pages in this scrapbook, and I've done 4 of them so far. So if I could do as many as I can this week, that would be great. But we shall see how much I get through. I will obviously be focusing on the other goals first. The crafting is my lowest priority, but still something that I want to do. If I don't have the time to hit all 4 goals in the day, then I'm going to do them in that order. Writing, beta reading, reading my book, scrapbooking. Scrapbooking and crafting, I'm going to use those two interchangeably. But yeah, I have work tomorrow. I don't know if I've said this or if I've just been thinking it, but I have work tomorrow from 11 to 5, and then I am pretty much immediately going to a friend's place because we are going to get dinner, and then we are going to see Bat Out of Hell, the musical. One of my favorite musicals. I'm so excited to see it live, like genuinely a bucket list item. So I will not be home for a lot of tomorrow. Maybe not the best circumstances to be kicking off this writing retreat, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try and wake up a little bit earlier than usual to get stuff done before I go to work, and then we'll see if maybe I have a little bit of time, because I do have technically work until 5, but I asked another manager if she could come in and cover like a little bit of it, so she said that she'll see, because she works a different job and she's opening at that job, but she might be able to cover like the last hour of my shift, and if that's the case, then I have a little bit more wiggle room in my day to get stuff done, but if that doesn't happen, it's fine. So yeah, I think I've rambled enough. I'm currently watching the first PWHL playoff game. It's between Ottawa and Boston, and the second period is about to start, so I'm going to get going watching the rest of that while I get myself settled down for the night so that I can get some good sleep and wake up tomorrow and get right off the bat with things and hit the ground running. Yeah, I'm rambling now. I will maybe see you tomorrow. I might not be able to update you tomorrow, but I'll try my best to at least get some B-roll, and then I will update you when I have time to breathe. Good morning, friends. It is 10 a.m. and I've got an update for you real quick before I get ready and head to work. I did end up getting up early this morning. Not as early as I would have liked, but early enough to get things done. And I did some reading while my boyfriend was in the shower and I was waiting for my turn in the bathroom. And I read for 27 minutes in that time period. And then after I finished getting ready, I wanted to finish out the chapter that I was in the middle of. So I ended up reading for a total of 43 minutes this morning. So checking that off very tidily, I am now this far into The Stone Sky, 72 pages. So I've read the first 3 chapters. And I'm very excited to continue on. It's so intriguing, and I'm just loving it, and I can't wait to see how the trilogy finishes out. I have not done any crafting. That probably will not happen today. But I did get to do both parts of my writing. So I did do work on Seven Devils. I did some handwriting. So this is my, if I get it out, current writing notebook. And I wrote, if I could find the page, almost a full page of notes on the story. and I also did a little bit of researching. I was reading some Wikipedia pages on demonology and things like that, and I requested a book from the library for more research. It is The Lesser Key of Solomon, and I also wanted to check out the Malleus Maleficarum, but that is part of the Rare Books collection, so I would have to go all the way to Parkway Central to read it there because they don't check it out. So, might do a little adventure this summer. Who knows? That might be interesting to just go flip through it. There is a digital copy of it on archive.org that I could also check out, but that's like a scan of the very old copy, and I kind of don't want to read that digitally. That sounds annoying. But I did 31 minutes of working on Seven Devils, and I also did 31 minutes of reading the story that I'm beta reading, and I'm loving the vibes already. Such a good job of really setting the mood, and yeah, very excited to continue on with that as well. So overall, a very good morning. Now though, I have to get ready for work, send my boyfriend off on his little vacation, little trip that he's doing. Gonna miss him, but also it'll be nice to have more free time to myself. And then I'll be at work. So I will probably not see you until tomorrow morning, maybe? I don't know, because um I don't think I will be coming home between. I might come home, but I probably won't be. I don't want to like. I want to set my expectations that I won't be coming home after work and before heading out to see Bat Out of Hell. So I probably won't be getting home from that until like close to midnight, maybe. Um, that's very late. And then I have to be up to get to work at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So I might be able to see you and talk to you tomorrow morning if I get things done, but maybe not. I might not be able to do anything until after work tomorrow, so I will just see you when I see you, I guess. Good morning, friends. It is 7:30 a.m. and I am very tired. I just finished my morning routine, having breakfast, so I figured I'd come on here and update you guys. Yesterday was so much. I had work from 11 to 5, and it was fine. It was busy, which is a little bit stressful, but at least it means it went by fast. So it was all right. I did have a few issues. I got yelled at by a customer because her cake didn't look exactly the way she pictured it. I'm like, okay, I didn't make it. I don't know what to tell you. I hit my head. I don't know if you can see, but like right on my hairline, I've got like a really small bump because I hit my head on a shelf because I wasn't paying attention. I was closer to it than I thought I was, and literally just smacked my head right into it. I also cut my finger putting a lid on a cup. Something I've never done before. I've worked this job for 10 months now. Never done that before. First time for everything, I guess. But other than that, pretty fine shift, pretty normal. So after work, I don't have enough time to come home, so I head straight to the bus stop. I get to the bus stop. My bus is delayed 45 minutes. It's like, well, that's not good. I probably would have stayed if there had been shade and or a bench at this bus stop, but this bus stop had neither. So I walked to my friend's house, which was 40 minutes. Like, I feel like if the delay was less, I also probably would have waited, but I literally got there faster walking to my friend's house than it would have taken for the bus to arrive. So I walked. It was very tiring, but I survived. Then we went and we got Korean chicken for dinner. Technically, I had bulgogi, but it's like a chicken place, um, which we have done the past several times. We've gone to see live theater together, and then saw Bat Out of Hell, and it was absolutely amazing, and I'm very happy that my friends came and enjoyed it with me. I had a wonderful time. Then I got back at like 11:30, fed the cats because I did not have time to feed them before because I didn't have time to come home between work and the show. They had dry food, their feeder went off, it was fine, but I just gave them their wet food that they're used to at night. And then went to bed. And then I woke up at 6 a.m. for absolutely no reason, and I was like, this is too early. So I just laid back down for about half an hour. Oh, excuse me. Clearly, I'm still very tired. um, yeah, laid back down for about half an hour before getting up at 6:30, and then I've spent the last hour very slowly going through my morning routine. And now we're here. So I've got a little over an hour until I have to get ready for work. I have to be in at work at 10 today instead of 11 like usual because on Saturdays we clean the serving freezers. And today we're cleaning the big freezer. So the way my store works is we've got 4 serving freezers, three small ones, 2 of them for ice cream, one for water ice, and then one big one, which is like double size, and it's so annoying to clean. And of course, that's what we're cleaning today. And it's me and one of my friends who I went to the show with yesterday. So we had a really late night, and we have to be in so early to do this stupid task. But like, I get that it's something important, but also it's such a huge mess because no one cleans up after themselves. I'm not gonna get into that here. You guys don't need to hear me complain about my job any further. But yeah, I think for the next little bit, what I'm gonna do is first catch up on my journaling because I got home so late I did not do my usual nightly journaling. And then I think I'm gonna do my beta reading for the day because I don't have the mental capacity to work on my own story right now, and I also don't have the mental capacity to focus on the stone sky. So we are meeting in the middle, and we're gonna do some beta reading, and I'm very excited for that. And then if I have time after, I will do one of my other tasks. Probably not crafting because that involves getting stuff out, and I don't want to do that before work because then I have to put it all away. So, yeah, I'll just do some things and I will catch up with you later this evening. I think after work I might stop by Acme because I don't have a ton of food, especially in the breakfast department. I had a bowl of cereal this morning because that was literally my only breakfast option, so I'll probably pick up like some oatmeal, some muffins, usual breakfast stuff, and maybe a couple of other things. Not too much because I have to carry it all home myself. But yeah, probably go grocery shopping after work, take a shower when I get home, and then settle in and do some other things. So I will see you then. Hello, friends. It is 8:30. Didn't realize it was that late, but here we are. I'm here to give you my update on my things that I've done today. I worked on beta reading this morning, like I told you. I think I told you. I think I updated you before I went to work. Then, well, I did that for 34 minutes, so hit my goal. Then at work, I actually got a break. I don't always get breaks at work because I am often working with only like 1 or 2 other people, and you just can't have a break then because you need everyone to work. But since it's Saturday, we had more people on the schedule, and I actually got to sit down and eat a pretzel and read. So I read for my 30 minutes today. I technically read for 33 minutes, because I read on my break, and then I had a teeny tiny bit left to finish the section I was on. So I read for a few more minutes when I got home, but I actually started reading The Dangers of Smoking in Bed by Mariana Enriquez. Is that her name? Um, a short story collection, and I'm really vibing with it so far. I'm very sorry about everything going by my house right now. That was kind of crazy. But I've read the first 3 stories in this collection, and I'm really digging it. They're very, like, strange and off-putting in, like, a way that really works for me. So I'm excited to read the rest. I think there's 14 total, and I've read 3, so 11 more. Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm glad that Libby Hold came in. So I guess I'll read The Stone Sky when I'm at home, and then if I find myself out and about, I will read The Dangers of Smoking in Bed. My hold on The Hobbit also came in. That I have as an audiobook because I figured I could listen to it while doing crafting. So we'll see. I am not the kind of person who usually has that many books on the go at once, but maybe this week I will be. We'll just see. Then I got home and I did more work on Seven Devils. I worked for 32 minutes doing more brainstorming, specifically about how much information do I want to give you guys about this brand new project? So essentially, it's called Seven Devils. There are devils in this world, which essentially they're demons. I'm just using the word devils because the project is called Seven Devils. Anyway, you can make deals and pacts with them, and my main character has technically not made any pacts of her own, but is part of pacts with 7 different devils, and so she's missing 7 different pieces of herself, and she does get them back. That's like her whole motivation, is reclaiming these parts of herself. And I did a lot of brainstorming on what the benefits, because like obviously you make a deal with the devil, you're going to get something in exchange for giving part of yourself. So like what would the benefit be for giving up these different parts of herself, and then in what order she is getting them back. So that is what I worked on, and I'm pretty satisfied with what I came up with. Then I did work on my scrapbooking. I spent 31 minutes making this. It's kind of awful lighting to show you, but it's just this really bright pink background with some pink, orange, and red clouds, and these little boxes say, "Shut up, I love you, you're my best friend." This is a quote from the song Pink Skies by Lainey, hence the theming of this little page. This is another band that my friend and I have gone to see together, so I wanted to make a little spread for it. So I've now done that, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's very simple, but very cute. So I've hit all 4 of my goals today. How exciting. Tomorrow, I am off from work, so my goals are doubled. I will be aiming to do an hour of each of these 4 things, so stay tuned to see how that goes. But I am gonna go now. I'm quite tired. I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, not of my own volition. That's just when my body woke me up, and I was like, that is way too early, so I went to bed for another 30 minutes and then got up at 6:30 because my cat was bugging me for breakfast. Fed the cats, did just some normal stuff, morning routine and everything, and then went to work and cleaned out the big serving freezer, and it was so much work. It was such a mess. And then I had a whole work shift after it, so I'm very tired. I am going to have a slice of cake because as if I wasn't tired enough, I went to the grocery store after work just to get a couple of things, and I got like one of those little slices of cake they have at the discount table next to the self-checkout. And so I'm gonna go eat that and just chill for the rest of the night. And I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, friends, and happy Sunday. It is just about 9 a.m. We are out in the living room today because I figured we'd get a little change of pace and I'd hang out with the cats this morning. I was gonna sit at my boyfriend's desk, which is behind me, but Gremlin decided that she wanted to take up the whole chair herself. So I'm at the kitchen island instead. But I have just finished my morning routine. I've got a little bit left in my cup of tea that I'm gonna finish, but besides that, I've done my stretches, I've watched my anime episode, I've had my breakfast, and now we're here and we're gonna get to work because we've got some big goals today. We are going to do an hour of each of my 4 things that I want to do for this writing retreat. And I know I said the main priority is working on my own project on Seven Devils, but I'm gonna start off with beta reading because I have been having such a blast with it. I just really want to keep reading. It's a very compelling story, and to spend an hour doing that sounds like an amazing way to spend my morning. I'm not gonna do like an hour straight. I'm definitely gonna like pause the timer, get up, go to the bathroom, refill my water, that kind of thing. But I think I could just knock out this hour in pretty much one go. So that's what the plan is. I also really want to keep watching Gachiakuta. That's the anime that I'm watching. I don't know if I mentioned that. But I'm only 4 episodes in and already kind of obsessed. It's exactly my brand of anime. So I think I'm gonna set a little mini challenge for today. That if I get everything I want done by... Ooh, how long should I give myself? It's 4 hours worth of work, but obviously I need to take breaks. Maybe like 6 hours. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. If I finish all of my stuff by 3, let's say by 4, because I also have other things I want to do. So if I finish and do an hour of all 4 of those things that I want to do, reading, writing, beta reading, crafting, and I get my chores done, which in this case... Gremlin, I thought you were sitting on the chair. Okay, maybe I'll move to my boyfriend's desk because Gremlin has just gone over to bother her sister. Yeah, if I get those 4 things done, plus my chores, which are washing the dishes and putting away my laundry that I washed yesterday, by 4 o'clock, then I will reward myself by watching more Gachiakuta instead of just sticking to the 1 episode a day that I have been doing. I feel like that would also be great because this vlog is supposed to go up tomorrow. Bad timing on my part, but I kind of like scrapped 90% of my original uploading plans for the month right before I started this little retreat. So yeah, we're gonna aim for 4 o'clock as the like end of the work day. And then I just get to chill after that and edit this vlog. Yeah, that seems like a fun little challenge. Let's see if I can stick to it and actually complete it. Hello friends, as you can see we've moved back to the office. My laptop needed to be plugged in and it was easier to just bring it in here than it was to get my charger to bring out there because of the way my cords are situated. Anyway, it is 10:30. Took me a little bit longer to do my beta reading than I thought it would. I beta read for an hour and 4 minutes, but that didn't start until after some issues. So literally a minute into my beta reading, one of the cats decided to throw up on the bed. So I had to do some emergency sheet changing, and then I threw everything in the wash. I had some other dirty bedding from the last time I had changed the sheets, so it was a nice load of laundry to get done. And then a fire alarm started going off a few houses down, and I got very anxious, understandably so. But then I went downstairs to check it out, and before I even got on the porch, there was a guy kind of like pacing down the street while he was on the phone with presumably 911, and he was like, Yeah, so I live in this student house and the fire alarm randomly went off and it won't stop. So like we need a firefighter out here to like check it out and get it to stop ringing. I was like, okay. So it seems like there's no actual fire or emergency. And then the fire truck did in fact come by and they stopped it. And so that's great, but it did mess with me a little bit. But I have now done the beta reading for the day, and I might go back and read more later on because I'm just having a really good time. I am past the halfway mark now. I would say I'm about 60% into the story, and I'm having a phenomenal time. But now that bedding is washed, but all of the clothes that I washed yesterday are still in the dryer, so I'm gonna take those out, put the bedding in the dryer, and then I might as well put away my laundry. I might also do the dishes. We'll see how I feel about that, but we'll get some of those chores done, and then I'm going to do my writing. I'm going to work on Seven Devils because it's in my head and I want to do that. So, that's the plan. Hopefully, no more unexpected things happen, but we will just have to wait and see. Alrighty, it is just past 1 p.m. and I finished my chores. Well, the ones that I said I was going to do anyway. I do want to put away the sheets and everything once those are washed, but they're currently on their second cycle through the dryer, so I've got some time before that is ready to go. But I wanted to come here and let you know that I have done my hour of writing, specifically an hour and 3 minutes, and it was extremely research heavy. I had like 7 different Wikipedia tabs open, and I was like collecting a list of sources to check out. I requested a couple books from my library. It's been a very fascinating time for me this past hour. I have mostly been focusing on demonology and demonolatry, which are two different things that I have learned. So I'm going to be quoting from a website here. This is from a blog called The Keeper's Path, and this definition of those two words describes demonology as the study of demons, often in a scholarly, neutral, or theological context. And then demonolatry is the worship or veneration of demons, typically involving rituals or personal spiritual practices. So it's very interesting looking into both sides of things for this book. I'm having an absolute blast, but I need a break. So I am going to take that break, and I don't quite know what I'm going to work on yet. I still have my reading and my crafting to do, but I just need a minute to sit and not do anything and probably get lunch. I don't want to make anything, but I don't really have anything ready to go. I might just make some pasta or something, and then I will come back to you in a minute with my next steps on what I'm gonna do. I'm probably just gonna eat and watch YouTube for like half an hour to vibe, and then get back to accomplishing my goals. Okay, friends, we are nearing 4 p.m., so I'm here to give you my update and actually close out this vlog so that I have time to edit it before tomorrow. But I did in fact do an hour of both of my other goals, and I'm very tired. The hour of working on my story and beta reading, those were easy hours to get through. These ones, a little less so. I feel like because I tried to do them in one go, well, I did do them each in one go, but I think if I had broken both of them up a little bit more, it would have been easier, but it's fine. So first I did my hour of reading, and I decided to pick up The Stone Sky, and now I am this far into it, about 140-ish pages. That book is almost 400 pages long, so I'm like, oh, quick maths. Maths? I am American. I don't say that. It's fine. My brain is fried. I'm pretty sure like the way I said quick maths in my head is from like a Vine I saw 15 years ago. Anyway, that's like 35% of the way in, I think, and I'm still enjoying it. Don't really have much to say on it. Then I did my hour of crafting, and I did do some of the scrapbooking, and I spent 40 minutes of that hour. Oh, I read for an hour and 7 minutes, to be exact, because I wanted to get to the end of a chapter. I did exactly an hour of crafting, because at that point I was really tired, but I did 40 minutes of making a little scrapbook page, and I did this one. This is for my friend's zodiac sign. So in the middle it says the cusp of beauty, because my friend is in fact in the cusp range for Virgo and Libra. I am too, apparently. My birthday is September 19th, and apparently the cusp range is from the 19th to the 25th, and this cusp is known as the cusp of beauty. So I put that in the middle, and then I just put some Virgo traits and some Libra traits that I think fit my friend. And then I got all of these like spacey stickers that I think are very cute. And I'm really happy with how this one turned out. It's a little bit of a sticker bomb, and it's very colorful and very fun. So that is the next one that I did. I think this was my 6th one. Not that I've done in this vlog, but like in total. I think so. So that means I am a quarter of the way done. Exciting. Then I spent the last 40 minutes of my hour of crafting just really honing in on what I want the other ones to be. I'm still not 100% there, but I've got like, sketches is not the right word, but like the word equivalent of sketches of what I want done. Like I've kind of written out the way I want different ones to look. I've made a list of things that I need to print because I want to print out some pictures. So that means the next time I do some crafting on this project, I probably will be making like a little document and putting all of my pictures on there so that I can send it to my friend who has a printer and they can print it out for me, and then I can cut it all out and glue it down. Yeah. Success! I am happy with the progress that I have made today. And now I'm very tired. So I think what I'm gonna do is make an early dinner because lunch didn't really happen. I ended up kind of just snacking for lunch and I'm getting hungry. I've got some pot stickers in the freezer that I might make. That seems easy and also a little bit more nutritious than some other options. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna eat dinner, watch an episode of Gachiakuta so that I can celebrate completing my 4-hour-long goals and all of my chores before 4 p.m. And then after that, I will edit this vlog and get it going, and then probably tonight start the next one, just so I don't have to do it tomorrow morning. That sounds like a good plan for the evening. So yeah, thank you for watching part 1 of my at-home writing retreat vlog series. If you've enjoyed this video, despite all of the cars going by, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I will see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone!